John and I are going to talk about the movies. And I know these are your favorite episodes. They're our favorite episodes, too. Because who doesn't like watching movies? We all like watching movies unless we're of below average intelligence. And those of us of below average intelligence are not watching this podcast anyway. So, those of you watching this podcast like to watch the movies, and we're going to talk about the movies today, and we're going to talk about we've talked about different genres of movies in the past. We've talked about westerns and space movies and what else we talk about genre wise?
Talked about horror movies. Talked about monster
Horror,
movies.
monster.
Monster movies. Yeah.
We didn't talk about like chick flicks,
Western,
did we?
westerns.
We talked about westerns.
Yeah.
We didn't discuss the incredible lightness of being. We'll have to
No.
work that in
No.
at some point, I guess.
I've got all of the box sets of that and all of the laser disc versions of it. I've got all of that
I'm sure you do.
right here waiting to fire up. In fact,
Right.
it's probably on the player right now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I missed that one myself. So
I'll ship all of it.
the bitches of Madison County.
I don't have
No,
much.
that was the bridge. I'm sorry, the bridges. That was a Clint Eastwood movie, wasn't it? That was
that on beta. I
kind
think
of
that's
a
on.
kind of a departure from him, wasn't it? Just
Yeah, he
a
falls
chick
off
movie.
he falls off the trail. He falls off the wagon every once in a while and does something silly. So yeah,
Right, but Unforgiven makes up for it. So
it makes up for all of it. That's right.
yeah, it really does. Anyway, today we're going to do something a little different. This is what we're going to do today. Are you guys ready? We're going to talk about our favorite movies, irrespective of genre. We're going to talk about our favorite movies of all time. Now,
Now,
for
we
me,
don't pretend that these are the best movies. We just say that they're our favorite.
they're our
These are-
favorite. Wait, we're not saying these are the best movies at all. In fact, my top five, I don't think there's a single movie in my top five that rises above a 50 on Rotten Tomatoes. You know, if it's real high on Rotten Tomatoes, I probably won't like it.
That's a good sign. That's a good
You know,
indicator.
it's a disqualifier if the thing's 98 on Rotten Tomatoes. So, you know, these are our favorite movies. Now, for me, my favorite movies are the ones that I find myself watching over and over and over again. Now, I watch a movie basically every night. Every night I come home and I walk in the house and I'll pour myself a little drink and I'll decide what I'm going to eat for supper and I'll kind of start that. And then I'll go over to my big giant stack of movies and I'll pick one out and I'll watch it. And for the couple of weeks in front of a show like this, I will review the ones that I've got in my pile that I watch over and over again. But my criteria for my favorite movies are the ones that I find myself watching repeatedly. And like, for example, for Atomic Blonde, one of my favorite movies, I probably watched that movie 15 times. I
Which
just don't
one?
get tired of it. Atomic Blonde.
Atomic Blonde. Yeah.
I've watched
Yeah.
it 15 times. The ones I don't get tired of are my favorite movies.
Yeah.
And even though Atomic Blonde doesn't make the top five, you kind of get the idea. I don't stream movies. John streams, and I don't have any streaming service because I live way out in the county. And I don't want somebody else deciding for me what I get to stream and what I don't get to stream. So I just buy the damn things. I buy them on DVD and Blu-ray, and they work just fine. And I've got
That's a real concern because they will change
It
that
is.
movie and they'll deny it. So that's a real concern.
It is.
I've just did a new phase of getting rid of shit. So I don't like to have anything. I try to have as little stuff as possible anymore. But that is a real concern. You like a movie, they'll pull a clip from it, they'll change it, they'll make it fit their idea of what it should be.
Well, I mean, the most famous example of that is the first Star Wars movie. So Lucas goes back and adds dinosaurs to the goddamn thing. And you can't find a DVD, Blu-ray copy of the original version of the film. And I don't want to watch this stupid fucking thing with a bunch of dinosaurs painted into the movie. I want to watch the Star Wars movie.
If I'm not
from
mistaken,
'78. I want to watch that version of it, and they won't let me. And I had enough presence of mind to have bought that DVD 20 years ago, or bought it and not given it away to somebody, then I would be able to watch it because I would own the medium. But if I'm relying on Netflix to provide me with the approved version of the damn thing, then I have to watch this adulterated bullshit. I don't want to see it.
It's a different movie than you enjoyed.
Yes, it is.
It's a different